Well, that was excessive.
Stop! He's already dead.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 anime overkills. Hey, just a quick reminder, if you like this video, be sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe for more great content every day. For this list, we'll be looking at the deaths or defeats of anime characters that were far from simple. They can be either comical or brutal in nature, just so long as they're fittingly over the top. Also, be on the lookout for a few spoilers down the line. Number 10, Matt's Surrender, Death Note.
So those cars got ahead of me, huh? How many damn bodyguards does one woman need anyway?
It really doesn't pay to be an ally of Mello. A potential successor to the genius detective L, Mello finds himself taking up his own crusade against the threat of Kira after his mentor's death, even employing his close friend Matt to help him out.
Don't you think most people would start saying I'm cheating on him? Oh, he'd be so jealous.
Eventually, the tide turns against him, and Matt finds himself surrounded by the authorities at gunpoint, forcing him to surrender. Except there's one little problem. These guys happen to be big fans of Kira. Ugh, one bullet would have been fine, guys.
You won't shoot.
Number 9, Louise's Revenge, Mobile Suit Gundam 00.
I really am sorry.
Amazing how one little bit of tragedy can turn a spoiled but ultimately cheerful girl into a merciless pilot whose desire for revenge consumes her life.
I chose to change myself of my own free will.
Case in point, Louise. After the death of her parents, along with some added manipulation by the innovators, Louise finally gets her chance at vengeance on Nena Trinity. And boy does she go all out, blowing Nena's mobile suit to pieces. Her psychosis reaches completion before taking her out with a final shot right to the cockpit.
Damn you, you bitch!
Number 8, Monstah Cardo, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Huh?
Say goodbye to Exodia!
What? You don't think a series centered around a children's card game could have an example of overkill in it? Well, you'd be wrong. During a rematch between Yami and Weevil Underwood, our heroic Pharaoh manages to win by playing a card that allows him to attack continuously as long as he keeps drawing monster cards. He ends up drawing a lot of cards, and despite his life points reaching 0, Weevil gets metaphorically slaughtered. We're thinking he won't be able to hear the words Monstah Cardo without wincing from now on.
Monstah Cardo!
Number 7, any Dominator kill ever, Psycho Pass series. We're kinda cheating here by including a collection of overkills, but we think we're justified in our choice, given the fact that the signature weapon of the Enforcers doesn't put a bullet in its targets, it causes them to explode. Whether it's flesh or metal, these transforming pistols have so much kick behind them that there's no such thing as a stealthy kill when they're switched into lethal eliminator mode, leaving behind one heck of a mess.
You have my deepest sympathies.
Number 6, Rem Plays Twister, Re-Zero, starting life in another world. Really, anime? Is it not enough that the best girl is denied a romance with the main lead, but then you go and do this to her? After being captured by the witch's cult, our beloved blue-haired maiden finds herself dying in a rather excruciating manner as all of her limbs are twisted. The obvious silver lining stems from Subaru's morbid ability to rewind time following his death. However, he won't be soon forgetting what a horrific fate befell the adorable Oni. Number 5, Caesar Falls Flat, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. What started off with a bitter rivalry between two hot-headed Haman users became a beautiful bromance between Joseph and the Italian ladies' man Caesar. Unfortunately, the latter isn't strong enough to hold up against one of the infamous Pillar Men.
シーザーはワムーンが戦闘の天才だということを
It's bad enough that his body was shredded by Wamuu, but in the aftermath he has a giant stone cross fall on to his already doomed body. He may not have kept his looks in death, but at least he managed to carry over the last of his will to Joseph. Arrivederci. Number 4. SeveralPunch Man, One Punch Man. Turns out that while Saitama can destroy anything from an alien overlord to a meteor with just a single blow, it doesn't mean he has to stop there. It's just that when he does decide to throw more than one, it results in a supervillain getting blown to bits like it's just been hit by a bomb. In all honesty, a single punch would have probably been enough to take out the likes of the Beast King or even Boros. But we're not telling him to stop. By all means, give us more consecutive normal punches. Number 3. Junko's Suicide, Dangan Ronpa, the animation. After imprisoning a group of students inside an abandoned school, she seeks to invoke despair by throwing them all into a murder mystery game of death. Of course, she's eventually called out, and after realizing that hope has won over her precious despair, she decides that the only logical thing to do is to subject herself to every wacky torture that she's inflicted onto others. This includes, but is probably not limited to, being pelted by a barrage of baseballs, being stuck inside of a motorcycle cage, burnt at the stake, sent into space, and just crushed. Like we said, she's nuts. Number 2, Gon X Kills X Pitou, Hunter x Hunter. Even the strongest of the royal guards finds himself powerless when up against a transformed Gon, who channels his anguish over the loss of his friend into a series of strikes that ends up shattering Pitou's skull, to the point where he doesn't even have a head anymore. If you thought that was a little bit much, just wait until you see how Gon turns his own severed arm into a weapon. Even after the fight is long over, Gon is still laying into the Chimera Ant. Number 1, Freiza finally dies, Dragon Ball Z. The once feared space tyrant really had an unfortunate change of luck after encountering Goku. He was sliced in half and blasted to bits, but still survived. Leave it to the time-traveling half Saiyan to get the job done though. After traveling to Earth with Daddy Dearest, not only does Freiza get cut to ribbons, he also got evaporated courtesy of a ki blast. The villain got killed so hard, he couldn't even get revived in One Piece. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.